Is going on? Everybody, what is going on? The catch. Fam, I hope you guys are doing phenomenal tonight. I literally hope each and every one of you has had the best Saturday ever, all time, in your entire life. Okay. Hope it's been a beautiful weekend for everybody. I hope you guys are ready for another live 2024 fantasy football mock draft. 2024 fantasy football draft. We're hopping into some Underdog fantasy football drafts tonight. Going to throw together some amazing squads, per usual. We got the Fast Puppy, the best tournament of all time. We do have MMG's Best Ball League open as well, which is interesting. This is also a $5 entry. So I'm going to save this for now because I just want to, the Fast Puppy, I feel like we only have a couple more days to hop into this tournament. The fill rate's at 70.1. It is filled super quickly. So I'll be hopping into Fast Puppy in a couple minutes here. If you guys want to get into the draft with me, stay posted. Let's say 11:36 p.m. Eastern time for the first draft. And I'm sure I'll hop into a second draft. So 11:36 p.m. Eastern time. I'll give you guys a couple minutes to hop in here. And then we'll get to it. Start ripping some puppies. Not literally, that'd be awful, but ripping some puppy drafts. Yeah, I feel like we only have so much more time to fill out this tournament, and it's just been such a fun tournament. Like $5 entry. I've seen all kinds of different lobbies. I think it's just like this time of year, it's like the right type of tournament to have. So yeah, it's been fun. I don't want the Fast Puppy to ever end, but it I guess at some point has to end. So 11:36 p.m. Eastern time, we'll get in this draft. Okay. I'm just going to sit here and stare at the clock. If you guys are new to Underdog Fantasy, promo code the catch link is down below. We'll get you a first time 50% deposit match up to $250 plus a bonus mystery pick'em. So do that. All right, I'm hopping into the lobby. It's 11:36. Oh crap! Hold on, I had a location error. No. Okay. Hopefully there's spots. Ugh. Hold on, I'm coming. This is the worst. All right, 2 spots, 1 spot. I'm in the lobby that has 1 spot. All right, it still says 1 spot. Get in the lobby. Get in the draft. All right, hopefully you guys are in here if you want it to be. And see what happens. Oops, that's not what I want. Whee! There we go. I think Pete's going to be in here at some point tonight too, just so you guys know. All right. All right. I don't see any guys in here, but that's okay. I'll run another one after this. Plus, that was crazy. Location errors. Streamer probs. All right. 1.8. Here we come. All right, guys. Hit the like for me, and let's have some fun tonight. It's a draft board. Cats, what's up, my guy? Looking at season-long pick'ems, and the lower on Addison 6.5 touchdowns is free money. The lower, you think? I actually do kind of like that. I couldn't find them the other day. But I need to take a look at this. I just don't really like, there's so many variables. I do like that Underdog, like they do a certain, like if a player doesn't play a certain amount of snaps, like because of injury or whatever, that it gets voided. I do like that. Where like on, like FanDuel or something, you'd just be like screwed. So I do like that about the Underdog season longs. But yeah, let me know if there's any other lines that you are eyeing. Disbanded Brotherhood, hello. Albert, always good to have you. What's up, Broski? How you guys doing tonight? All right. I guess I'm going Bijan or Brees to start. Boo-hoo. Yeah, let's just go Brees. Man, the big thing with Brees Hall that I feel like no one is talking about is just how good that offensive line really looks for the Jets right now. I mean, pretty improved in the offseason. Let's see. I feel like that could just be lead to just a ridiculous Brees. I mean, PFF's got them as the 5th best offensive line ahead of the Falcons. I mean, that's another thing. The Falcons' offensive line looks really good right now, too. So, with those two being just so close, I think in so many people's rankings, so many people's, just overall ADP, right? It's like both those guys seem ready to just have an even better season than they did last year. Ooh. It's really tempting just to go double running back here. But I'm gonna go wide receiver. I'm gonna switch it up a little. Let's go Jalen Waddle. I'm telling you though, I really like taking Barkley as a RB2 if I get a first round running back. Whether it's, I have taken C-Mac and Barkley together, but it's not happening as frequently now where Barkley's falling back that far. But Bijan, Barkley, Hall, Barkley, Gibbs, Barkley, and I'm still okay with combining JT with any of those guys or Derrick Henry. A-Chain Kyron, fine too, but something about Barkley and one of those first round caliber running backs makes me feel excited. All right. So let's see. All right. Got the poll ready for you guys. Mr. Skur says Brees seems ready for a big year. Yeah. I mean, he's got to be, right? He had a big year last year. Curtis Samuel was only at 575.5, but they took it down. Yeah, I'd probably take a risk on that. It is kind of a weird wide receiver room, though. I think it's either he smashes that and is at 800 plus, or yeah, he just has one of these seasons where he was meant to be this free agent acquisition that was going to do stuff and he just doesn't. You know what I mean? There's no in between. I'm not surprised they took that down, though. And it really is Keon Coleman truly going to be what they drafted him to be? Is Khalil Shakir really going to take that leap? I think Kincaid for sure is going to do what we expect him to do. But, there's a lot of questions about this wide receiver core for the Bills for sure. Man, I'm going to go Kyron Williams here. I just don't get a lot of Kyron shares. You know what? I'm going to do all draft. I'm going to go running back, wide receiver, running back, wide receiver. You guys know when I did that a lot last year, just switch between, called a bounce back. I'm I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to let a tight end and quarterback fall. And that's what we're going to do. So next pick, we just take the best available wide receiver. All three of Josh Allen's wide receivers had more than that last year. Plus, Samuel was easily the most talented guy there, in my opinion, and the only one capable of playing outside. 100% fair. You just know, like, how when we have a team of like this caliber in the offseason, add players, and everything looks good on paper, then it just doesn't happen, just doesn't work out. I'm just saying these type of scenarios do happen. But yeah, I do like Curtis Samuel. I just given ADP in fantasy, and I do like Curtis Samuel to probably have, as long as he's fully healthy, I think more than 500, to have at least 576 receiving yards. It's pretty fair, to say the least. All right, next pick, I'm going Zay Flowers or Christian Kirk. Might go Captain Kirko. I know he's not the Captain Kirk. Ooh, Flowers is hard to pass here, though. I'm going to go Flowers, but I love me some Christian Kirk. Man, so Shakir had that many receiving yards last year? Yeah, 611. Yeah, that make me feel pretty good. If Shakir, Davis, and I know Diggs hit it, and then Kincaid hit it too. And Dawson Knox did not. Dawson Knox has only hit that once in his career. .587 2021, .517 2022, just 186 last year through 12 games. I still have a feeling that Dawson Knox late in drafts could have like a couple games. The bigger theory with Knox is like if Kincaid gets hurt, he's going to be the guy. I don't know. Are you worried about Chase Claypool, though? I'm just kidding. They do currently definitely have a training camp wide receiver room. There's like so many guys on this roster wide receiver right now. And they got a lot of running backs too. It throws me off that Frank Gore is on this roster because it's not the Frank Gore. Ooh. There's a player I really want right here. It's always when like I actually am in anticipation. Okay. Yeah, give me James Cook. Going back to running back, then we'll go back to wide receiver with this next pick at pick 65. Speaking of the Bills offense, give me James Cook. So I'd like to get Chris Godwin or Rasheed Rice. But I can settle for Watson here. But yeah, Cats, I think this is a good point to make. A lot of people out there are kind of down on the Bills offense right now. And like, I just don't think that there's really any reason to be. Because let me make this draft pick. Once again, there's a player I really want right here. Rachaad White is tempting, but we're going to follow our strat. And yeah, I'm surprised Jaden Reed's right here. I'm okay if you want to go Watson there. But Reed falls back 10 spots. Am I missing anything? But yeah, when you look down, like, for example, people are like, they're going to be bad because Stephon Diggs isn't there. Well, when they changed offensive coordinators last season, Diggs just completely fell off. Like, he had a good game at Philadelphia, one of the worst secondaries in the league last year. And when I say one of the worst, Philly at times last year was the worst. They were in a competition with Washington to literally be the worst secondary in the league last year. And then he had a big game, final game of the season at Miami, right? And that was the game to win the division, right? So it was very necessary in that game. And really just a good PPR game. He had a huge game last year in week 4 at home against Miami where he had 3 touchdowns. But, you know, he only had 8 touchdowns last year. But Diggs still had a good season. He was a wide receiver 9. Don't get me wrong. No, not harping on Diggs here at all. But the point being is that when they changed offensive coordinators, it was like the 3 main things, right? James Cook was continuously involved. Josh Allen was continuously involved in the run game. Okay, not that he wasn't earlier in the season, but it was like there's a point of emphasis, especially near the goal line, that Josh Allen was going to be the guy. And he did that plenty early in the season too. James Cook involved on a consistent basis, even though sometimes game script affected that. And then the last thing is that Dalton Kincaid became a heavy part of this offense, undoubtedly. I got to pick a running back, so let's go Kenneth Walker. Dang, we're just having nice value come to us with this strat tonight, boys and girls. So yeah, like Diggs is gone, and I don't think it hurts anything. And sometimes when you see, once again, I'm not knocking Diggs in any way. Sometimes when you see like a stud player like that leave, it opens up the offense in a different way. So last year, probably not a good example for the Chiefs. But you look at Tyreek Hill leaving the Chiefs, and everyone's like, this offense is going to suck. And it doesn't always come down to the number 1 wide receiver at all, right? I mean, Mahomes repeated as a QB4 the year after Hill was gone. And then was the QB. No, wait. What year did Hill left in 2022? So, yeah. No, I'm wrong. But Patrick Mahomes, even better, had his best season, second best season. Best season is probably 2018. Second best season, 2022, was a QB1 both in 2018 and 2022 in fantasy football. And that was without, Cortland Sutton here, without Tyreek Hill. So just because an offensive changes doesn't mean that it's going to be bad. Anyways, there's a lot of Bills talk. You think it'll be good to start Etienne and Kirk in a 9-man starting lineup this year? Yeah, absolutely. I like the Jags. I like the Jags offensive players for sure. I don't see why not. What concerns you about it personally? I think Kirk, easy, top 30 finish, fully healthy, can finish in the top 20 easily. Fully healthy, can finish in the top 15 even. Part of me hates stacking running back, wide receiver. Oh. Yeah. Just don't think about those players at their given value. Like, if you had a fantasy team without Christian Kirk but Travis Etienne, would you still start Travis Etienne? Like, yeah, of course. If you had a fantasy team that you had Christian Kirk, but you did not have Etienne, would you still flex Christian Kirk? 100%. Bryce, how you doing, my dude? Can you all show me CeeDee Lamb's season pick'em? Yeah, I don't know. Cats, I need you. Cats, can you pull up CeeDee Lamb's season-long pick'em? I can't find it for some reason. I can't find any of the pick'ems, the season-long pick'ems. All right, trying to decide what I'm going to do with this next pick. I might go quarterback. I'll just stick to the strat. I wanted Jordan Love. That's my final running back, I believe. Yeah. I mean, we are loaded up here. Breece Hall, Kyron Williams, James Cook, Kenneth Walker, Brian Robinson, Waddle, Flowers, Reed, Sutton. We do have some work to do at wide receiver. We're going to be hunting for upside in these later rounds as they come. But we're set at running back. We can go wide receiver with this next pick, or we can go in and go tight end. But I might just wait to go tight end at 128. I kind of want Tua with Waddle. So I might just pick Tua here. Then I might just go tight end. Then we're just going to load up at wide receiver. Ooh, I'm liking the way this draft is looking, boys and girls. Yeah, Walker was a nice value. Really, we had a lot. I mean, Kyron was a good value at 32. Flowers was a good value at 41. Cook was a good value at 56. And Reed was a good value at 65. Walker was a good value at 80. It's been one of those drafts where value just comes, and not really going. All right, I think I'm going to go Tua with this next pick. Stack him with Waddle. This is going to be so weird not having to draft any more running backs. But I think we go ahead and we get this stack right here. Yeah, let's do that. Let a quarterback fall to us. It works. Uh-oh. Reinforcements are here.
Hello. We've been having technical difficulties. ESPN is the worst. I don't want to talk about it, but I'm here now for a little bit at least.
We're happy to have you, Pete. We're just drafting a baller team over here, dude.
Let's look at this. No, it's bad. Tua, no, bad.
We got Tua stacked with Waddle. We got Breece Hall, Kyron Williams, James Cook, Kenneth Walker, and Brian Robinson.
Okay.
Yeah. Waddle, Flowers, Reed, Sutton.
It's not bad.
We got some work to do. There's some holes. We got some wide receiver depth to find, but we're looking okay. We're looking okay for sure. All right, Pete's here. So if you guys want us to rant about anything or debate anything, get some fantasy questions, some NFL questions going in the chat. It's Saturday night. And oh, Pete, I forgot to talk about this last night. We have pick'ems for week 1 in for Underdog.
Mm-hmm.
So we can look at some Underdog lines.
Okay. We can do that.
We can do it.
It's a little early, but we can do that. You know, the second we pick somebody, like, I love this pick.
And we have the NFL season. I'm able to find these. I was talking about how I can find these. So Bryce had asked, CeeDee Lamb's are 9.5 or more receiving touchdowns, and then 9.5 receiving yards, higher or lower. So there you
I
go,
want to.
Bryce.
I want to say under 1,400 yards, but over 9 touchdowns.
Those are just these are the type of lines that I just avoid.
Yeah, obviously.
They're just way too high for me.
I think 9 touchdowns is very doable.
Definitely doable.
1,400 is a big, that's a big number for yards. And I know what he did last year. It's not last year, guys.
It's not. I just and Lamb has been more than consistent.
He also got a super low double team rate last year, which is really weird. He was one of the least double teamed like elite wide receivers out there. I imagine he is getting double teamed this year. People are going to bracket him left and right.
Yeah. And he's only gone over both those marks once in his career. Both were last year.
Mm-hmm.
Even 2022, huge season, 1,359 receiving yards, 9 receiving touchdowns. So these are just lines that are way too steep for me. JJ's at 8.5 receiving touchdowns or more. 1,375.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, that seems about right. I think they're going to want him happy.
I feel like touchdowns once again is doable.
It's doable. He doesn't seem to be like a red zone guy, but maybe he will be with Darnold. Like Cousins did not throw him touchdowns. I
just don't know. I like that. I like that he's at 8.5, where Hill, Chase, Lamb are all at 9.5.
Yeah,
8.5 feels much better.
Yeah, it does.
And let's see. Devontae Adams at 6.5 receiving touchdowns. That probably makes sense, though. What did he have last year? 8. But I don't know about that. Let me make this draft pick. Oh, gosh. I don't know who I'm drafting. Just drafted Ricky Pearsall out of panic.
That happens sometimes.
I know. Let's see. Let me try and find some good lines here. Breece Hall over 1,050 rushing yards. I think I would probably consider that line.
I would too.
He hit 994 last year. And this is going to be a better year for Breece Hall. Jahmyr Gibbs at 900.5 rushing yards. But he feels sketchier with Monty around.
Mm-hmm. And I think the Lions, they're playing a lot better schedule too. Like that's not being talked about enough. They're playing a first place schedule.
I kind of like Sam Laporta's at 7.5 receiving touchdowns. Is it crazy to say to take the lower on that one?
I think maybe because people are just going to be kind of focused on that run game, and they might be forced to throw the ball more this year.
Actually, I don't like that. I take it back. He had 10 last year.
Yeah, these are like kind of, I hate season long is just so toxic.
I agree.
The guy missed 4 weeks because he got a bad, ankle or something.
The nice thing with Underdog season pick'ems is they equate in a percentage if players are injured, where they will void it. Where like FanDuel, DraftKings, like that doesn't matter, right? If Aaron Rodgers tears his Achilles, it's over, So So I do like that safety factor. But even then, like if a player's only hurt 4 games, you might still be screwed.
Yeah, it's just enough to hurt you.
Victor, what's MH Junior's yard total? 1075.5. I think that's the thing is though, like for a rookie season, I mean, even like CeeDee Lamb's rookie season, 935 receiving yards. Hill, 593. JJ smashed this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Amon-Ra, 912. Jamar Chase smashed this. Garrett Wilson, 1103. Puka smashed this. AJ Brown, 1050. Did not hit it. Just for example, right? Like you got like 3 guys in the last how many years that hit this? It's just I get who MH Jr. is, but it's like
He ain't that guy. I don't. He may not like not that guy yet.
It's just really like that's the thing, right? Like he's probably gonna have 1,000 receiving yards, but it's just really hard to hit that number.
Especially a guy who's like, oh, the can't miss number 1 top receiver.
Yeah.
That doesn't always. That just kind of spells like a little underwhelming.
I wonder what the Cardinals. Sorry, let me make this draft pick. You know, I'm drafting Demarcus Robinson. I want a Demarcus Robinson season long line. Okay. Cardinals schedule. Okay, not that baseball team. NFL. So I wonder like what secondaries, like how many tough corners he's gonna face. It's not that bad of a schedule.
Yeah, Bills week. Yeah,
Bills, Rams, Lions, Commanders,
Niners. It's
Niners.
not great. I mean, their secondary is not anything crazy, but it's like they're not going to be able to get the ball out. Probably, it's the problem. No,
Packers is tough if Alexander's alive. Missed a lot of
awful,
time.
overrated. Yeah. That's Jefferson's son.
He's like only good against like absolute stud receivers and big
He's
games.
not though. He's not though. They bracket anytime he plays Jefferson. They bracket Jefferson over the top. So he's never. They can never put him on an island against a good receiver.
But he definitely is like bad against just like the most random wide receivers. Is the point I guess I'm making.
Yeah, he's super overrated. Yeah, there's not an elite secondary on this list at all.
Yeah, that actually kind of makes me feel like
the Jets. I mean, that's
sure.
the best secondary he's gonna face. The Bears secondary is not bad.
That's true.
That's a tough 2-week. That's a back-to-back stretch right there.
Like even if you're gonna say like the Packers, right? Like Packers, Niners twice, the Jets, and the Bears. Like what? That's 5-6 games. That actually makes me feel a little bit better. Where like, because I can see him still hitting 1,100 receiving yards, or like 1080. Like I think that's definitely possible.
It just depends what they look like too. Their offense, they might. Are they going to go to McBride a lot? Are they going to run the ball a lot? I don't know. That was kind of a weird team last year to figure out what they did. I mean, Kyler threw for 1,800 yards in what did he play? 10 games, something like that.
Especially like the fact that we didn't get a full season out of Kyler last year.
So he played
8
games, 1,800 yards. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think Kyler would be fine. But it does make it tougher in terms of valuation.
But I think a lot. I mean, he's throwing it 30 plus times a game, except for once. So okay, yeah, that's very doable.
I think that's a solid line. The most enticing one we've looked at for sure. All right, I'm looking through here. James Cook over 4.5 rushing touchdowns is scary because Josh Allen scored a dumb amount last year.
It's got, come on. Like, he's got to get 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, he only had 2 last year. I mean, not
Which
including
is,
receiving because it's
yeah,
just rushing.
yeah.
But 5 feels doable.
That feels so low for an offense. I feel like their offense is going to be better because they have to score. Their defense isn't as good.
Right. I like that one. Hold on. I'm gonna keep track of the ones we like. And then I'll put $1 down. Amon Ra's at 8.5 receiving touchdowns.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Spooky.
It is a lot. All right. I'm trying to Baker. I'm trying to find Baker Mayfield. 23.5 passing touchdowns. I don't even. I'd take that. I would take it. No, I don't even want. I would just take it. I don't even care. What's Gary Wilson's touchdown total? Let me find them. These aren't like organized by team. They're kind of random. 7.5. Still high. I mean, they got to set it high, but if it was 6.5, I'd probably take that. Garrett Wilson, I don't think has scored more than 3 or 4 touchdowns ever in his career in a season. Yeah.
He's also never played with a quarterback.
I know. Fair. Yeah. 100%. 4 his rookie season, 3 last year. But yeah, it's been a just cluster F. Quarterbacks.
Understatement
of the century.
Yeah.
That's an okay line, but I would like it just a tad lower. But every line, I'm like, yeah, I'd like it just a little lower. You know?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good. Yeah, you want it to be. It's not a good line then if you like. I want it a little lower because then you're not going to take the action on it.
Drake London. Let me find him. Here's Drake May. Let me make this draft pick quickly. DJ Chark. Why not? I swear I just saw. I guess I can just search it. He is at 5.5. I kind of like that because I think he's going to score touchdowns in this offense. That's the lowest one we've looked at yet. But I mean, it is low for a reason. But Kirk Cousins is here now. But really, like,
yeah, sure.
If things do work out, right? I mean, you got Pitts, London, and Bijan's going to get a lot of tutties. He has to, right? But 5.5 is not a bad line. Tank Dell's at 4.5. Just still risky because you got like 17 wide receivers on this team, but I think Drake London is pretty solid. Dalton Kincaid's at 750.5 receiving yards or 5.5 touchdowns. I feel like one or the other is doable. I just don't know which one.
Yeah, you're all in on Kincaid.
I am. And like I definitely think one or the other can happen, but which one is tough to say. Waddle's at 1,000 receiving yards. I think if Waddle's fully healthy, he definitely hits that. Question is, will he be fully healthy?
Yeah, fully healthy. Will they even get him? Are they even going to throw him the ball?
I'm trying to drink a gallon of water on a stream. That was not.
That's not smart.
I mean, not
The
the
whole
whole
gallon.
thing. No,
Yeah, I was gonna say. Come on, calm down.
but drink out of a gallon.
Yeah.
I mean, Waddle's hit that every season of his life. Just kind of crazy.
That is. I think everybody's off the Dolphins. Just like they're frauds. We know they're frauds.
I gotta say I like the Waddle receiving line. Yeah, and he was hurt. You don't have to remind me. Higgins is at 875.5. Another guy who was hurt last year. That Higgins line looks kind of nice too. But I feel a little iffier about Higgins. I don't know. Don't ask me why. I just do.
Because of the contract and all the.
Yeah, if it's like in the season, they're not playing well or something. He might hold out for like religious purposes or whatever. He did not hit that last year. He was at 656, 1042, 1091, 908 the 3 seasons before. Last year played in 12 games. So they're kind of like a happy medium of the last 2 years here. Yeah, Waddle hurt all season last year. Put up decent numbers. Yeah, I mean, I really like Waddle this year. All right, let me get another draft going and we'll keep debating. For those of you guys out there, get in the draft. Fast puppy. No countdown. Okay. I keep getting the location error. Hold on. Okay, now I'm going in. All right, there's 8 spots in the lobby. Fast puppy. Get in the draft. Let me get it pulled up for you guys. 5 spots. Come draft against me. Because I don't know. I just drafted a monster team if Tua doesn't die. All right. Here's one Pete will like. Deshaun Watson, 19.5 passing touchdowns.
No shot. 0% chance.
Ferguson's at 5.5 receiving touchdowns. I think if he's healthy, that's definitely doable. Because there's no one else on this roster. He had 5 last year. But
it's
honestly,
definitely doable.
Yeah. Because I think Lamb can definitely regress from 12 to like 10. But then like Cooks was still here last year. The running game doesn't really change. It's just like it's so close. Like,
Cowboys are just so goofy. I have no idea what to expect from the Cowboys.
Definitely goofy. Speaking of, I wonder what are Dak's lines? If I can find him. I'll just search it. 32.5 passing touchdowns, 4,225 passing yards. It's just such a weird offense to bet on or against this year.
Yeah, I don't want. Yeah. Right? Like I think every normal person can see this offense completely blowing up and being awful, but they can also see this offense being awesome like last year.
I think the ceiling is what we saw last year, right? The floor is something bad.
Bad. Like a 5-win, 6-win dumpster fire, and everybody gets fired. Mike McCarthy eating chicken nuggets or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like, and I mean, I also fear that like the wrong player on this offense gets hurt. It's just like season over.
Mm-hmm. Well, if Dak gets hurt, it's over. If CD gets hurt, it's over.
Right. Those are the 2 guys I'm really thinking of.
Yeah. I mean, if Jake gets hurt, it feels like it's gonna be a slog.
Yeah. Ferguson might be the best player on this offense. Uh, it's tough to say. I can't say I'm in love with those lines. But if I don't know. I just stay away from them. They got Derrick Henry pretty juiced. 10.5 rushing touchdowns. I'm gonna
That's
say it.
way too juiced.
If Henry's in the single digits, I would probably consider it. But 10.5 that's 11 touchdowns. That's pretty juicy. And
Everybody's in love with Henry.
they've got him right at 1,000 receiving yards. I'm taking Jahmyr Gibbs, by the way. I never get Jahmyr Gibbs.
Dude, I drafted Gibbs back to back on Fridays. He's now my guy at this point.
Give me some Gibby.
He's definitely my favorite guy at the back end of like that first round for people.
Give me Gibbs and Barkley. Let's switch it up.
Ooh, I like it.
Bijan at the 1.1. I'll gladly take CD at 3. Yeah, nice fall for you, Green Bean. Green Bean, thank you for being in the draft with me. Switching it on up over here. CD at 1.3 is beautiful.
That is very good in Underdog.
I have seen Bijan go at the 1.1, but only like once. But I have seen it. All right, I'm gonna start hunting for some value lines here. Michael Pittman over 1,050 receiving yards.
I like that. I like that.
Like those are the type of players that you want to look at. You know, is like
not flashy, that are solid number one options
consistent.
on the. Yeah, everyone's freaking out about this offense and this team.
Yeah, he's done that 2 of the past 3 years.
I'm a good boy and I behave. I watched like a small fantasy channel and they had Anthony Richardson as the number 2 QB coming into next season, and Hurts was number 1. I was like, what universe are we? Come on, my guy.
Well,
you're farming engagement over here. Josh Allen was like 5. I think Josh Allen was 4. I was like, what? What?
I was about to say. I mean, there's something to be said about like, you know, the top guys don't always, except for Josh Allen.
Like, Jalen Hurts and Anthony Richardson's are not 2 guys I'm sticking as my top. You know me. I am petrified of the Anthony Richardson injury. And CJ Stroud wasn't even top 5. I was like, dude, CJ Stroud's going to be a monster.
Yeah, you know, put me on the spot here. Sidetrack.
Yeah, top 5 quarterbacks for next season. Yeah. Go.
I probably still have Hurts in there. He was a QB2 last year. I probably go.
Yeah, but the tush push goes away this year. No more tush push. You're not running at the tush push.
I'm not worried about it because I think I think the offense is gonna be fine. Passing offense will be fine. If they don't get it together this year, then this team is like going down the toilet quickly. But it's probably no specific order: Allen, Hurts, Lamar, Mahomes, Stroud. So in a specific order, I'm probably still going Allen, Hurts, Mahomes, Jackson, Stroud is probably my top 5 in that order. Because the one thing Stroud doesn't have is the rushing upside. And Mahomes probably, like, he has it, but he's not going to use it until it's the Super Bowl, you know? Like, he's at that point in his career. But Mahomes, I really think this might be, I've said it this offseason, I think this might be the best Mahomes season that we've seen.
Yeah, I like that. He might wake up this year.
Is insane because he literally 2 seasons ago threw 41 touchdowns and rushed for 4 and had 5,200 passing yards. You know, like Mahomes, it could be close to his best season. You know, best offense if everyone stays healthy. So, hold on, let me make these draft picks. Gosh, I guess I'm going Zay Flowers again, which I'm okay with. And yeah, I think guys like Allen, Hurts, Lamar, who have that rushing upside, just have to stay. I guess I'm going to draft Amari Cooper. You know what? Let's just draft Josh Allen. Let's just switch it up just because we're talking about Josh Allen. Give me Josh Allen in this draft. And let's quickly look at guys who I think could break the top 5. Dak, I still think can hit top 5 again. He did it last year. Jordan Love also did it last year. I think they can both be in there. Fully healthy Kyler all season, I think can break in there. My dark horse will be Baker Mayfield. No, I'm kidding.
America's dark horse.
Purdy was 6 last year. I don't think that's a dark horse. And I was on the Purdy. I was the Purdy hype train last offseason.
How about Jared Goff? There you go.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, he was QB7 last year, and Tua was the QB9.
Jaden Daniels. There's your sleeper.
I was kind of thinking Jaden Daniels. But I just don't think rookie season. I think like 7.
2019 8. Lamar. Maybe he runs like 2019 Lamar and just rushes for 1,000 yards. That'll easily get him in the top 5.
It would. I think it's possible, but I think closer to 7 or 8 is more doable. It's crazy Burrow hasn't been mentioned yet, but
that's true. Burrow revenge tour.
QB4 2022.
He's talking like Burrow revenge tour too.
He is. And A-Rich, if he can stay alive, similar to Daniels. But yeah, I'll keep it simple. Allen, Hurts, Mahomes, Jackson, Stroud. Those would be my top 5 right now. All right, couple chats here I want to get to. Shane, what's up, man? Yep, we got Bijan at 1. It's juicy out here. Rendon, what's up, my guy? I'm in a 10-team PPR league. I'm drafting 2nd. I know the person in front of me is already going to draft CD. So I'm going to take C-Mac. What's your strategy? Okay, so you're just going hero running back, in my opinion. Based on what players are going to be going at the following turn, whether you have the 1.1 or the 1.2, if you get C-Mac, go hero running back. Rendon, I put out a video this past week. I can drop it in the – give me a second. I'll get you the link. It was a mock draft from the 1.1. You can literally just follow this same exact strategy. And even if you draft from the 1.2, I think you can come out with almost an identical team, if not something very similar, where you just redraft or, pick different players at the same position. But there it is in the chat for you. Just go hero running back, C-Max or hero running back. You'll be fine. Green Beans, first time seeing Bijan at the 1.1. I get the hype. Take him at 5. Yeah, I've only seen it like once, and it's definitely unusual. That team right now, keep an eye on it. But right now, like, I don't know, you might see a player like aggressively go for Pitts and then go for Cousins, and they're not going to get Drake London drafting from the 1-1. So we'll see what kind of shakes out there. All right, I'm going Rachaad White. I'm just going to draft a really random team, like no strategy at all.
Those are usually the best teams. Those are usually the best teams.
Yeah. What contest is this? This is the Fast Puppy, the best tournament ever. It's at like 71% fill rate. Second draft in a row. I draft Jaden Reed, but I'll take it. Disband Brotherhood says Levis in the top 5.
Okay, the Levis hype train is getting out of control, guys. Let's chill.
Like, could I see Levis having a very improved season where he gets into the top 15, top 12? Sure, we see that happen all the time. Top 5 is very tough to crack. I don't think there's anyone who can top like Burrow, Richardson, Prescott, Love, Murray, Purdy, Tua, Daniels. I think those are the only guys who could do it. And it's either because of their rushing ability or the offenses around them. A guy, I don't even think Herbert or T Law. I will say if he's fully healthy, Stafford, I think, could do it.
Okay.
Because I really believe in this Sean McVay offense, this system. If Kyron, Corum, Puka, Cup, Stafford, all healthy, at least 15 games each, I think that's fair. But yeah, top 5 is just hard. And especially, once again, the rushing upside matters now so much. No, in my league, they all mostly take RB in the second round. I don't want to reach, which leaves me getting like a James Conner in the 7th or 8th. So, like that mock I sent you, like, just don't panic. Don't panic at running back. Like at the end of the day, you have Christian McCaffrey. Like, your ceiling is super high at running back as is, right? So don't panic. So the running backs I ended up with. Sorry, trying to take a look here. Christian McCaffrey, Zamir White, Najee Harris, Gus Edwards, Brian Robinson. So, like, a running back room of that caliber, I think, is fine if C-Max your RB1, because White, Harris, Edwards, Robinson, all guys that can get you 10 to 15 points, presumably every week. So your ceiling with C-Mac is like 23, 24, 25 points. You don't have to have, I mean, it helps if you have a stud at RB2, but you don't have to have a stud at your RB2. I'd fill out at wide receiver as long as it's full PPR. Then get a late round quarterback, a late round tight end, and don't be afraid of the kind of RB dead zone this year. It's fine. Yeah, and Taylor makes a perfect point. James Conner's RB2 is fine if you take CMC 1.1 for sure. But yeah, check out that video. That should help you. And I actually even went through a second kind of strategy if you didn't want to go as aggressive at running back in those later rounds as I did. So you can think about that too. Not top 5 or 6, not even top 12, but my sleeper picks for Will Levis. Okay, fair. I'm okay with that. I don't really know there's anyone else that, like, I think Bryce Young's really the only other name who could improve enough to be in the conversation as like a strong sleeper pick. And honestly, I think Bryce Young can do it. Top 15.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Dave Canales can get it together as a head coach. There's enough weapons, even if they're not insane weapons. And I don't know. You look at Trevor Lawrence, right, in his rookie season, and it's like all hope is gone, right?
Yes, this is true.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. Shout out Urban Meyer, different situation here. But Trevor Lawrence went from the QB 23 to the QB 8 rookie to sophomore season. 12 picks, 17 picks, 12 touchdowns his rookie season. Just pretty bad. He did have 2 rushing touchdowns, if you care. Then Bryce Young, he had 11 touchdowns at 10 picks. No rushing touchdowns. Bad season.
That's bad.
Bad. But I think he could catapult. I mean, we're talking dark horse picks here. So I've seen stranger things.
It is the NFL.
Top 3 tight end and PPR. Man, this is actually really tough. Because I think Laporta, Kelsey, easy, right? 1, 2. 3 is tough. You got McBride, Andrews, Kincaid, Pitts, Kittle, Ingram. That tier is really tough. Call me crazy, but I probably put Kincaid at 3
Oh, that is crazy.
over Andrews. You think
No, I would have went McBride. I think
McBride?
he's gonna catch. I think he's gonna catch a million passes,
Yeah.
and that gives
See,
him a
I
lot of
think I
PPR
think he is
value.
too, but I think Kincaid is. I really think you can put any of those guys at 3, especially McBride, Andrews, Kincaid. I'm gonna have to do a top. I'm gonna have to do like a top 15 tight end video or something.
That's a good video.
Because, dude, tight end rankings this time of year are super tough. They really are. Rendon, I'm happy to help. I gotta get more mock draft videos out for you guys this week. It's between Andrews, McBride, and Kincaid. I mean, it certainly is. But yeah, I think Laporta and Kelsey got to be 1-2. Who's the tight end 2 last year? Kelsey was 3. Laporta was 1.
Was Kittle tight end too?
It says 5. But I felt like it was Kittle. Ingram was 2, says Taylor. It was Ingram in PPR. Ingram's so slept on, dude.
For real.
I'm like the biggest Ingram fan. And
He had a really good stretch.
Yeah.
Towards the end there.
That's just crazy. Stacking up some build. I drafted Jordan Addison for you, bro.
Nice. The guy who's about to get suspended.
That's my wide receiver 4 on this team.
Needs to be wide receiver 100.
Dude, this random team I'm throwing together is so sick right now. I'm gonna go wide receiver. I'm gonna draft Tyler Lockett because I don't ever draft him. I just take whichever one of those tight ends falls to me last. Can't go wrong. Yeah. I think that's perfectly fine. You look at that top tier and you just take the guy who's there. Oh no, we lost Pete.
I'm here. I'll be right back. I gotta record. I gotta record a short.
Pete will be back.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Oh, Pete's here. Give some 10-team PPR mock draft some love. They are popular, but not a lot of videos on them. So last off season, I did a lot of 18 videos and 10 team and 12. I didn't do any 14. The year before I did 14. So let me get through. I'm trying to get through a video for 12 teamers for every draft position. And then I'll probably get through 10. And then I'll do a couple 8-teamers and see how they do. But last year, 8-teamers did, like, people are like, once again, nobody does 8-team videos. Like, people are like, thank you so much. So, and there is more strategy than you think in 18 videos. So, I will get some 10-team videos out. This is also the time of year, especially once we get in August, where people are going to request videos. So I'll probably do a video for every draft position from 12, then 10, then 8. And then I'll probably repeat all the 12-team videos because ADP is going to change and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Nick, what's up, man? When is our redraft date? Sorry, I don't have them set yet. Just stay posted on Discord. I'll be putting all that together at the beginning of August for every league. So just stay posted. That was fast, dude.
Yeah. Who's gonna get stuck with me? It's an instant loss. I know I'm a professional. I've recorded almost 1,000 of these. I can do these quick.
You are professional, bro. It's impressive.
I have like I gotta edit it. But I just had to record. I literally have to record 15 seconds of dialogue or whatever, and then I can edit it.
All right. What is this team?
You know, I'm disappointed. You expect more. You gotta expect more out of me.
Allen Gibbs, Barkley, White, Flowers, Reed, Coleman, Addison, Shakir, Lockett. I like this team.
What is this? What is this team? It's right.
It's kind of nice though. We got 2 Bills wide receivers. I'm either going running back, tight end here, or double tight end.
I'm okay with that. Well, I don't really matter what I care, but I like it, I should say.
Jahan Dotson is intriguing in this range for me, but
didn't you have like the biggest Jahan Dotson share of anybody last year? Were you a Dotson?
Yeah.
Were you a Dotson truther last year? I'm pretty sure that was the thing.
Yeah, at least his ADP is way cheaper this year. I traded a first rounder in Dynasty to get him.
Oh,
yeah, that was rough.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah, that was tough.
Could have been worse. Could have traded for Aaron Rodgers. Could have been worse.
That's true. There goes Dotson, so I can't even draft.
Could have drafted Garrett Wilson with your first pick. Could have been you. That was me.
He was okay.
No, he was garbage. He was relegated to a flex position, and I barely played him most weeks.
All right, I'm taking Cole Kmet.
Oh, legend.
I still feel like Kmet is actually going to have a really good year.
I think he's undervalued because of how much Justin Fields loves him. But again, quarterback's best friend, tight end. But Caleb didn't throw to tight ends at USC, I think is why everyone's kind of like, eh.
And Gerald Everett added.
Yeah.
And Mercedes Lewis.
Mercedes Lewis does not play to catch a football, okay? Mercedes Lewis is there for moral support and maybe a goal line package.
Just joking, but
I know.
I know. But yeah, Kmet, tight end 8, tight end 7 the last 2 years. So he's got to be in the NFL. Your best friend is a rookie. I've been thinking about Cole Kmet lately.
Yeah? You going to maybe DM him? Be like, I've been thinking about you.
I'm going to like, dude, are they giving you the ball? Because I need to know. All right. I don't know, man. This team's looking okay over here. Our wide receivers kind of suck, but like they can work. Our running backs are loaded. We got Josh Allen.
This is always good.
This is good. All right, let's go back to some pick'ems. Dude, Jameson Williams, super low.
JMO, I'm sure hammering the over here.
3.5 receiving touchdowns. 699 receiving yards.
Okay.
Those are low.
Don't get too excited.
I'm not.
Jay, you need a JMO jersey at this point.
Dude. I've actually been drafting less of him lately, but don't tempt me. How do you feel about Pickens at 4.5 receiving touchdowns? I feel like
I like that. I like that. 4.5. Yeah, Russell, he's kind of similar to Cortland Sutton.
Yep. Exact thought.
I like that.
All right. We're taking it. They got a couple of defensive players in here, but not a lot. Bro, Dalton Schultz at 3.5 receiving touchdowns. That's my guy. Will Levis.
You like that offense is so scary though.
I'm not taking anyone. Will Levis had 20 passing touchdowns for all you.
That's a little, huh? Yeah, that's a little.
All you Will Levis truthers, put your
That's a
money where
little
your mouth is.
high.
Evan
For
Ingram.
real. Put $100 down. Put $1,000 down. Okay, speaking of degenerate gambling, did you see that USA almost lost to South Sudan in basketball today?
Oh, I
And what
didn't
that
see.
money
What was
line
the
was?
score? Because the spread was like,
Okay. We won 101 to 143. We won 101 to 100. LeBron hit a layup with 8 seconds left, and Sudan missed a putback to win the game. Like, the guy missed a shot. The guy got the rebound. He missed the putback. It was plus 10,000. I go, if you threw $100 down, you would have won 10 grand. I would have been disgusted if I bet that.
wow. Yeah, because I knew that the spread was
I
like,
can't even fathom a plus 10,000 bet.
when I saw the spread, it was minus
It's like
41 and a half. And because I saw someone post on Reddit, like, is
yeah.
this like, like, should we take this? The plus. And I wish I had looked at that stronger. And I was like, I don't know what this even, I don't know enough about this situation.
South Sudan, they said like half of the team had been in the NBA longer than they had been a country.
Jeez. Wow, I did not see that at all. That is crazy. All right. Dude, Rashad White at 5.5 rushing touchdowns. Are you guys kidding me? What did he have last year? 6, 3 receiving. Rashad White's my guy. Like, I don't know. They got Devon Achane at 7.5 rushing touchdowns.
That's tasty if he's healthy.
It is actually pretty
I
tasty.
know you.
Dallas Turner at 7.75 sacks. Oh, I guess with defense with sacks,
a lot, though.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Yeah.
You can get those like half and quarter sacks, right?
You
So
can
that's
get a
sketchy.
half sack. You can get a push.
Yeah.
He hasn't signed a contract yet.
Yeah, that I wouldn't. I don't know if I like that for a rookie. Zeke's at 5.5 rushing touchdowns. That's juicy. Odell Beckham 2.5 receiving touchdowns. What team? Don't tempt me, bro. What team is Jatavion Clowney on?
Come on, it's
Really?
I have no. Is he even on a team? Cleveland, Baltimore, or somebody like some weird.
He's either
Is he even
on
on a team? He seems like
or the. Oh, he's on the Panthers. It's so random.
He's Panthers. Yeah. Yikes.
His is.
I know. What a bust. I shouldn't say that, but he was like.
He honestly like is a good system player. Just not. He's never not what he was meant to be. This is fair. But like he was great last year.
Yeah, he was supposed to be like the next Myles Garrett. He was supposed to be the next Myles Garrett or the first Myles Garrett.
Right. Crap. I'm getting sniped in this
3 Pro
draft.
Bowls. 6 teams in 10 years is not an excellent look.
Definitely not. I want to draft. I'm gonna have to draft Rodgers. Let's see if Malachi. I've been drafting a lot of Malachi Corley. He's just always available.
He is always available.
Yeah, probably for a reason. I would consider Deontay Johnson over 825 and a half receiving yards. The thing is he going to stay healthy? I I'd consider that one though.
Are we just like all in becoming Panthers fans at this? We're like
Well,
we're big Panthers truthers over here.
I really like Deontay Johnson. I think he's going to have a very good year. Very good, as in like he can hit 1,000 receiving yards. He can have 4 to 5 touchdowns. Those would be good by all standards, you know. Javonte Williams had 625 rushing yards. I just don't trust it. And I like Javonte, man. Here's a good one. Kyle Pitts, your boy, 4.5 receiving touchdowns. Spicy.
Mm-hmm. That is a little spicy. But I hate him, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Mike Williams, 4.5 receiving touchdowns.
Oh, that feels so high. I'd really like that at 3.5. I think he gets 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. DeAndre Swift.
I would really like that at 3.5. Like, I would love that.
Swift's at 7.5.
That's a lot. That's a stiff number. They're Swift truthers over there.
I'm the biggest Swift truther, and I don't think I would take that. Hollywood Brown, over 750 receiving yards. Once again, this is one I should really like, and I feel scared of it. Damn, they got Mostert at 8.5. That's pretty high. But it's hard not to with how many touchdowns he scored last year. Cole Kmet, 3.5. For Puka, they just got 1,150, no touchdown line. I feel like
they're probably working on that.
I feel like Puka will hit that if he stays healthy. Because that would be pretty strong regression from last year. There'd be like 300 less receiving yards, which I think is really fair.
Yeah.
They got Bryce Young juiced at 18.5 passing touchdowns. So I'm not crazy for my Bryce Young takes. Dang, they got DJ Moore at 900.
No, I would not be.
I wouldn't even take that.
What?
DJ Moore's at 950 receiving yards. That's not too bad. But you got
that's doable. That's pretty doable.
That one I do like.
A rookie quarterback, multiple receivers, lots of running backs.
He destroyed that last year. But Keenan Allen's there, Adunze's there, Caleb Williams the quarterback. Which, like, I mean, Fields is the quarterback. But him and Fields had great chemistry. And
Fields was also like, but he couldn't throw the ball. But he was a little older. I feel like whatchamacallit, he should be the number one option. Like just throw to DJ Moore. He'll go catch it.
That is a line I like. But Pacheco's at 925.
That's weird. I think the Chiefs are gonna run the ball they're gonna run the rock.
He had 935 last year. I feel like part of it's just that offensive system. That one's pretty tempting for me too. Oh gosh, I'm back on the clock. I just drafted Russell Wilson. All right, there's my final pick. This was a weird team. Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. Doesn't really matter because Josh Allen's here.
Oh, yeah, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
That is a
But
weird team, though.
I took one more just because of the Week 12 bye for Rodgers and Allen. Running backs, I just took 4, which does affect Week 5 because Gibbs and Barkley are out. So White and Eckler got to pull through Week 5, which is just 1 week. That's fine. But Gibbs, Barkley, White, Eckler, fair. Wide receivers: Flowers, Reed, Coleman, Addison, Shakir, Lockett, Demarcus Robinson, Malachi Corley, and DJ Chark. So I got some Buffalo stacked. No one else is stacked here. Coleman and Shakir. Then Komet and Hawkinson at tight end. So weird team, but I kind of like. It's a good entry. Switches it up. Is what it is. Is there a cup receiving line? I don't think I saw one, but I'll check. Yeah. 950 receiving yards, 6.5 receiving touchdowns. I would probably not take these, but I think both are very doable. I like the Puka line more personally. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that should wrap it up for the night. 2 drafts. It was definitely a weird draft. Green Bean. I'll look at Green Bean's team. Lamb, A-Chain, Neighbors, Etienne, Higgins, Brian Thomas, Fergie, Prescott, Singletary, Myers, Dowdle, Leggett, McLaughlin, Michael Wilson, Kirk Cousins, Ben Sinnott, Colby Parkinson, Jawan Jennings. So, I mean, you got Lamb, Prescott, and Fergie. Nice for the 1.3. So most weeks you're hoping to start Prescott, Ferguson, Lamb, Neighbors, Higgins, A-Chain, Etienne, Brian Thomas Jr. in the flex, or Myers in the flex, Leggett, Michael Wilson. You got some options. Dowdle, more Dallas correlation. Singletary can help at running back. Good enough team. Got a stack. Lot kind of weighing on Malik Neighbors there. I would take Devonta Smith there personally, especially because Dallas and Philly play Week 17 over Neighbors. Some Jacksonville correlation here. I wonder if you're going for Trevor Lawrence and didn't get him. But yeah, good entry. Team looks fun. All right, guys, it's late. It's Saturday. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Hit the like, do all that stuff. We'll probably be on for a mock draft tomorrow. We'll have some content dropping for you guys tomorrow. And we'll be on all throughout next week. Plenty of content coming next week. Plenty of content coming from here on out until the fantasy season's over. Plenty of streams coming. So don't worry. We'll be back soon. Guys, have a great Sunday. Enjoy yourself. Get some rest. Pete, thank you for hanging out tonight. Always good to have support late Saturdays. I'll let you say bye, and we'll get on out of here.
Guys, we started planning the schedule for the season. Get excited. Get excited. That's all I'm going to say.
It's going to be a great season. It is. All right, boys and girls. Love you guys, man. Love the community. Love the Catch fam. We'll talk to you guys soon. With that, I will say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on the Catch. And